All right, so I have all 3 of my tables typed in, but we still need a couple of other things. So we need lines, we need to center it, we need to make sure that it looks pretty and neat and has all the things it needed. Oh, and I just realized I left out my units on these 2, so I need to go back and put those in. All right, so over here, we've already made this one the right size. So now we need to work on making it a little prettier. We need our numbers centered, we need our headings bolded, we need lines around it. So the first thing we're going to do is center it. So we're going to highlight the whole thing by clicking in the upper left hand corner, or in the upper left box, which is time, holding your mouse and dragging all the way down. And we want the words to be centered in the box. So we're going to come up here to this button right here where it shows the things in a center, and we're going to center, sorry, the one below that, we actually needed that one too, but we're going to click both of these center buttons, so both center ones should be clicked, and notice how that made your numbers centered in a nice straight line. We want to make sure that the cells are the width that they need to be, so we're going to double click between each one to make them the size that we want. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to all 3, double clicking, and I'm going to make this one a little wider so we don't have so many words or so many lines, so it will look a little prettier. And then I'm going to click and drag and center and center. Same thing with this last one. I'm going to make them bigger. All right, and click and drag and center and center. So they're looking a lot better, but we still need some lines. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this whole table like I did before, including the color of the light. And I'm going to come up here to where it says borders and click. Notice we're on the home menu, so if you're clicked on any of these others, you'll see different options. We're on the home menu. So you're going to click this one, and you're going to click all borders. So that's what we want for all of these tables. Click and drag. Oops. Sometimes you have to play with it a little bit before you get the whole thing. And then you want all borders. And click and drag, and all borders. So now we've added borders. So make sure after we do each thing that you're pausing the video and going and doing it. So once we have the borders, we can make our headings bold. So we're going to highlight and bold them. And we're going to highlight by clicking and dragging, and click on this bold mark up here. And I'll do the other one, bold. All right. Now, we want this to just be one box at the top, not 2, because there's nothing in this box over here. So, you're going to click in here, highlight both of those, and they change where the setting is sometimes, so now I've got to figure out which little menu it's under because they've moved it. Let's see, where did it go? Ah, there it is. So, they moved my setting the last time it updated. So you're going to highlight, and you're going to come up to this little box under here. It's kind of underneath the word data. You're going to click the little arrow, and you want to merge and center. So right here, so it'll put lamp in the middle, and then we want to make that bold. And then we're going to do the same thing with each one. So then it makes only one box at the top. We're going to make each one of them bold. And the very last thing we're going to do with our tables is we're going to change the font. The most appropriate font for you to be using is Times New Roman size 12. So you can do the whole thing at once. If you just click in this box right up here, it'll highlight the whole thing. So just click right here, go up here, click the drop down, and you can just start typing. Down at the bottom will be Times New Roman, size 12. Now, that messed up our cell a little bit, so we might have to come and fix them to make them the right size again. So whenever you change font or you change sizes, you always have to go back and look and make sure that it didn't make your table or anything difficult to read or run any of your typing out. So once you have your tables just like this, you'll be ready to move on to graphing. So make sure you get your tables just like this. I'm happy to check them for you before you move on. And once you're done with that, you're ready to start graphing.